Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the video. My name is Bradley, also known as the Swim Coach. Today, we're going to be looking at Game Week 3, the fixtures, the top transfers out, the top transfers in, what I think about what you guys out there have done. But if anyone does want to join my league, the code is going to be up here, or there'll be a link down in the description. And also, if you want any further videos, please hit that subscribe button. It'd be much appreciated. And also comment what you think about this video down below. So let's start off with the beautiful fixtures this weekend. We start off on a Saturday fixture, so that deadline time is 11 a.m. UK time. Okay, so it's 11 a.m. UK time. Then we start off Saturday. We have Chelsea versus Fulham. That is the early kickoff. We then have 3 o'clock kickoffs. We have Manchester United, Burnley, Spurs, Bournemouth, Sunderland versus Brentford, Wolves versus Everton. To round off the Saturday, we have Leeds versus Newcastle. That is a 5:30 kickoff. And then we have 4 games on the Sunday. We have 2 at 2 o'clock. That is Brighton versus Man City, Nottingham Forest versus West Ham. Then we go to the big one. We go to Anfield. We go to Liverpool versus the mighty Arsenal. So we'll see how we get on there. First and second from last season. And then to round off the weekend, we have Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. Also, leading into this, it is the international weekend after this. So next week, there is no fixtures, okay? So be careful with that, okay? So with that, think about your transfers. Don't rush into it. Wait until that Thursday, Friday, when you know what's happened with the international players. Have any of them picked up injuries? Are any of them going to be slightly late back because of travel issues? So I think have a look closely, okay? And be very careful what players you do pick, okay? What players may have been rested because they've got a slight injury now, but they've been rested because of it. So I think that could be a very good thing out there for you guys. Now, talking about injured players, okay, we have Cole Palmer who's out injured, so I can understand. Well, he's 75% got a knock, groin injury. Yeah, I would say not picking him. Okay, you got 10.5 minutes. Go somewhere else. Okay, think about what you can do. You probably rest for this international break and come back for that Brentford game, or even maybe United game, depending. Frimpong, again, had a hamstring injury. Won't be back until after the international break. So again, I'll wait. Bukayo Saka has a hamstring injury. I can't remember what they said, what level of injury it is. But for me, I wouldn't play him against Liverpool. I'll probably try and get him back for maybe the City or Newcastle game. But we'll see on that one. So again, wouldn't pick him. Nate Norrie had that injury, only played 22 minutes. Shame, because I did love Nate Norrie, and I would probably pick him after the Arsenal game. Verts just not done it at the moment. Just not hit that form. He's played roughly 80 minutes per game and has only got 2 points per game. So the form's not there. Same for Watkins. He hasn't actually scored or an assist yet. Could that change at Palace? Probably not. I'll probably wait for game week 5 against Sunderland and then go into Fulham and then Burnley for game weeks. Yeah, 5, 6, and 7. I'll probably pick him. Now we go to the West Ham block. Bowen and Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, form's not there. Wan-Bissaka's losing points because of how many goals they've conceded. So for me, I think you've got to look closely about what players you'd look at, and what teams and what form they're in at the moment. And talking about form, we're going to jump one player. We're going to go straight to Bruno. Okay. Well, for me, not great. We beat them. Okay, yeah, it was only 1-0, but he only got 2 points. Fulham, okay, they lost in the Carabao Cup in the week against Grimsby Town. Okay, from League 2. So you can see that. Burnley, they've got this weekend. Should do well, but if they play like they did against Grimsby, no. Then they've got City and Chelsea back to back, which I think is going to be a bit of a hard one. And I could almost see them having literally 3 points, 4 points by the time they go to Brentford. So that could be a very, very interesting scenario at Manchester United. This is a big one for me, surprising. Okay. Victor Gokers. For me, yeah, he did really well against Leeds, scoring those 2 goals. Didn't do well against United, but he was just trying to get his feel into it. It is against Liverpool at Anfield. I can understand. For me, I may be keeping him. You have to wait and find out for the video on Saturday morning. Now, everyone picked this player for the first week, and then after 8 minutes, he walked off with an injury. And really good, cheap, but now he's got this injury. Groin injury, it could linger, never know. I would wait. Sesko. Now, I'm going to say this. Why are you taking penalty number 10 in a penalty shootout and you're worth, what, 70, 80 million? Sorry, and you're a forward. You should be putting yourself up for it. For me, his confidence levels are not there. Going to Burnley may change, but I wouldn't. And also minutes-wise, he's only played 62 minutes in 2 games in the Premier League. So yeah, so it's going to be very interesting. This one, Eze. Okay, yes, he only played against Chelsea. Played for Palace 83 minutes. Didn't play against Forest because he was getting introduced to the Arsenal crowd later on that day, or was it the next day? Would he play against Liverpool? Maybe. But I would say minutes-wise, he'd probably start on the bench and come on. And I'll probably more have him ready for that after that international break against Forest at home as well. And also depending on how Saka is and where they want to play and what formation, that's going to be interesting as well. Someone like Beto, I'm very surprised that people have got rid of Beto. Yes, he only played 26 minutes. I do love Beto. I think he's a very good player. And for 5.5 million, very nice. And only 6% of people have got him. Okay. Gallagher, knock, unknown return date. So wouldn't leave it like that. Isak, well, I wouldn't see him featuring, and I probably wouldn't see him unless he goes for Liverpool, and Liverpool have got Burnley next. Okay. So it'd be interesting to see. It'd probably be a last-minute deal. But if he does stay at Newcastle, he's going to be in big trouble. And I can see that value just dropping and dropping and dropping. So that's the top players that have been out, and some of them are a bit interesting. There was even some people that put Salah there. I understand against Arsenal. Now the top players in. Simeo, again, great player. It is against Spurs. Spurs are, I have to say this, on a bit of a fly. They are doing well. Won their first 2 games. Surprising. Oh, sorry. One, lost one. Sorry. My mistake. No, Bournemouth have. Spurs have won theirs, both. Now, with Bournemouth, okay, he did really well in the loss against Liverpool. Did really well in the Wolves game. Got the assist, okay? And I think he will pick up around about the 6 to 8 points per game ratio. And I think that's where he's going to probably be roughly throughout the season. As for Simeo, I think that's a very good value. 7.2? Decent. Now, Joe Pedro, I like him. I liked him when he was at Brighton. I love him when he's now at Chelsea. I can see him scoring loads of goals. Hope he doesn't score goals against Arsenal. And I think he will also set up a few goals as well. And I think throughout the season, he will be roughly on that, again, same points as Simeo. 6 to 8, maybe even 10 points per game. He'll be around that area all the time. So pay attention. He can probably get booked a few times. So that's the only thing about Pedro I'll be worried about. Chris Wood. They've got some good fixtures with West Ham. Not against Arsenal. Then it's Burnley and Sunderland. So performance-wise, good. But they do start having their Europa League fixtures. So that could be an issue as well. And I will say that a lot to a lot of people about Crystal Palace, Forest, Arsenal. Is it who else? Villa? Yeah. Spurs. Chelsea, Man City. All those that are in that European fixture list. Some of them who are not used to that Thursday, Friday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday fixtures. They're the ones who are going to find it hard. Yeah, some players may be used to it, but some people not. It's just that journey time. And also where they've got to play. So, for example, let's go for Spurs, who've got to, say, play like someone like Bodo Glint up in Norway. All that travel all the way up there. Depending on who they've got those game weeks beforehand and after, they could struggle. Also, I think with Palace and Forest, who haven't had that European fixture before, going from that Thursday to Sunday fixtures, they're going to find it hard. So just see how we get on for that. There are a few Spurs players in this list of transfers in, and that is because of some good fixtures coming up. I'll give credit on that. They've got some good fixtures coming up. They haven't had anything really hard except for that Liverpool fixture. Timbers, a very good player to have. Cunha, very good, but he's playing against with a United team who are not doing well at the moment. Calafiori, again, but would you want to save it, ready for another game after the international break, potentially? Grealish, 6.5 million, worth it. Love it. Yeah. Now, here's an interesting one. Gyökeres, Haaland, and Salah all in the teams that have been transferred in as well. This is very interesting that there are some United players in here and some Arsenal, Liverpool who are playing each other. That's very, very interesting. Now, for me personally, if you've got someone like Cole Palmer in your team and you're getting rid of him, try and see what you can get. If you can get rid of him and to have money left over ready for your next game week, or do you want to take a 4-point hit and try and get in improvement of a midfielder or attack or even defenders. So be aware of that, ladies and gentlemen. But on that note, thank you very much for watching. If you still want to join my league, code is up here, or there'll be a link down in the description. So for now, ladies and gentlemen, have a lovely time, stay safe, and good luck for Game Week 3.